I think something with this. You see, this looks like a gate. It does look like a gate. But what do I do with it? Let's see if I can move through here. I don't think so, but let's see. Can't I really pull the lever? I need to pull this lever. But I can't. I will listen too. Okay, thank you. Let me know what you think of it. But to get back to the game, there's like nothing. Nothing I can do over here. Oh, talk with this guy. Wow, but I already talked to him.
Hello. I am Tungdil Goldhand. These are my companions Boindil, Boendal, Rodario, Fergus and Namora, Bavragor and Goimgar.
Have you seen Helga?
No, we haven't. If you don't mind me asking,
Helga.
what's your name?
Call me Ensign and drop the pleasantries.
Drop the okay.
If I may, who is this Helga?
Helga? Where?
Jesus.
I don't know. I just wanted to know.
Helga is my wife. Didn't I mention that?
Is he drunk?
We came here together, but then the orcs came and she was gone. Do you think she might have gone home? Helga!
You have a dark notion of what might have happened to Helga, but as you have no proof, you'd rather say nothing.
If you see her, you'll let me know, right?
Thank you for the grenades.
I wanted to thank you. Your grenades really helped us.
Grenades? Oh, yeah, no problem. I used them to break up boulders, but I ended up attracting these pests. Who was to know there are Bognolum around here? And as if that weren't bad enough, along came the orcs and took the ox skull. Gosh! And Helga, where is Helga?
What brings you?
He's kind of strange. Hello, Lille Gamer. Oh, nice. Nice, thank you for joining in.
The unbelievable Wackenstein Festival. My wife and I desperately wanted to see it for ourselves. The Blind Guardian, the statue over there, is the key. He calls people from far and wide to the festival. I finally found some information in the archives of Virunciensis as to how the Guardian is activated.
I've heard that there's a secret passage here. Right. Behind the X. Behind the big X.
Do you know?
Wait, oh, I thought I already clicked it.
The mountains.
Secret?
It was like, why doesn't he talk?
No, can't say I do. But they say that when the Blind Guardian awakens, then people will come to the festival from all corners of the world. Maybe they'll come from the mountains too.
Tell me, what's this festival about?
So what have you found out about the festival, Henson?
You see that statue? That's the Blind Guardian. You could call him the patron saint of Wackenstein. They say that when the festival begins, then the revelers heed his call from all corners of the earth.
He really sounds drunk, like...
We need three things.
He does.
The festival. A burning ox skull, the fire-eater bell, and vervain. I actually had it all, but, well, then the orcs came.
About the ox skull.
It should be easy to find an ox's skull. All we have to do is find a butcher.
Oh, it can't just be any old ox skull. It needs special decorations and engravings. Took me weeks to prepare that skull. Then the orcs came and took it. Must have thought it had some value.
So, we've got to hunt down an army of orcs.
Yeah, I need to get to the mountains. So I do.
What do we do with the skull when we've got it?
Try.
Oh, that's simple. The ox skull must be set on fire.
You're not sure what kind of celebration needs a burning ox skull, but the mission doesn't sound too difficult.
So now we need an ox skull.
Where will we find the fire eater bell, and what kind of a name is that anyway?
Varinciensis. I tracked you
Oh,
down to a collection
So
of
now we have to go all the way back to something.
According to the
That's kind of annoying.
the bell was mounted
I don't think this is in the book.
the tower caught fire. The bell fell down and smothered the source of the fire. Now I'm sure you can work out the rest. The ringing of the bell opens the way for the blazing fire in our souls. At least that's what is written.
Varinciensis. So what are we waiting for? We'll visit the collector and...
Yeah. It would be best if you went without me. I have some things to prepare here.
Okay.
Vervain, doesn't that grow in Ergon?
Why?
Hell of a long way from...
Why doesn't he go with us?
Don't worry, I have a bag. Where? Just a minute. It's gone.
Is this what you're looking for?
He has severe memory loss.
I thought I lost it.
You did lose it.
What do we have to do to begin the festival?
To begin
Oh?
the festival, we need the ox skull, the fire eater bell, and the vervain, right?
Exactly. Then we need to set the skull on fire, ring the bell, and burn the...
He sounds a little bit like Johnny Depp.
It happens.
You're quite sure you're wasting your time. A huge festival in the middle of nowhere? But you pin your hopes on there being a spark of truth in every story, and that somehow a path will open up through the mountains when you carry out the old ritual.
See you later, Henson.
See you later, Henson.
Let me know if you say...
Nah. Now I have to go all the way down, because otherwise... Oh, wait. Blind Guardian, a big statue initializes the feast and opens the path to the west. To wake it, you're supposed to burn an ox skull, ring a bell, and burn herbs in a ball. Let's just throw the... Well, go. What? I think we can now pass. But we don't have the ox skull. So I don't know... Oh.
Something's not quite right.
That's because we don't have the...
Something's not...
That's because we don't have the ox skull. To burn ox skull, ring a bell and burn herbs in a bowl. Okay, so now we have to go to Varian CSCS or something. Where is this anyway? Tavern? Yeti? Polbrook? Thieves Hideout? Varian CSCS. It's not that far, we can make it.
The size of the fields and the farmsteads grow as you get closer to Varinciensis, the old border city in the north. The old city wall is much too small for the size of today's settlement. Everywhere little cottages, and even the odd magnificent estate, extend beyond the wall.
The house that Henson was talking about must be somewhere on the south wall. We need the bell if we're going to open the path through the mountains.
Go to the Grand Archive.
You try to gain access to the city, but the guards on the wall are unyielding. The orc armies in the south and the movement of the Perish land has prompted the city council to lock Varinciensis.
Yeah, he does sound like him.
You try not to
Johnny Depp, you mean?
But Boindale looks at you curiously.
Is a house full of dusty books really that important, scholar? That's no place for a dwarf.
There are also books by dwarves and about dwarves in that archive. They've practically got everything that has ever been written. They've even got notes on the races of Girdlegard, singularities and oddities by M.A. Het.
A book about dwarves? That really can't be any good at all.
Go to the collector's
Follow
house.
the street to an estate on the south wall, which is surrounded by a fence. The paved path to the door is lined with hydrangea. You knock on the door gently, and after a while it is opened by a chubby man in expensive clothes. The man gives you a fleeting glance.
We don't want to buy anything.
He intends to close the door again without waiting for your answer.
Wait a minute, I heard you have a rare bell.
Bell, Fire Eater.
The man pauses.
Fire Eater? How?
Before he can finish what he's saying, a red-haired woman pushes past him. She is also wearing expensive clothes and is heavily made up.
Oh, sorry guys.
She gives him a stern look. The man disappears into the house. She
Oh?
scrutinizes you
Why?
with greenish blue eyes.
How do you know about that, Shorty?
Go to city. Yep. Kill the ox. I mean, you race to the township, up and back and forth. Yeah, we have to go up and back and left and right and back and forth. Someone in the city told me. A man called Henson told me. I think I'll go to the second one.
Henson, the vagabond that
Oh.
broke our house. Now he's sending groundlings to assassinate us and steal our belongings. What did he tell you? That we have gold, jewels?
No. Henson is our adversary. We want to snatch the bell away from under his nose.
The woman's eyes pierce through you. You manage with great effort to resist her gaze.
So he's like a stealer, a criminal.
To get that ugly thing out of the house. All right then.
Ooh, I think I can part with 500 gold coins. That's too expensive for me.
That really is too expensive. Perhaps we can...
Before you know it, the door is slammed shut in your face.
Why?
You go back to the rest of the group.
Doesn't look like it went too well. Maybe I should try my luck, Tandil. I can be very persuasive.
Send Rodario to the collector's
The
house.
hydrangea
Maybe you
lights
do. Maybe you will steal it.
elegant strides. He knocks on the door energetically, and a little later the door is opened by a red-headed woman. When she sees Rodario, her expression lightens. She opens the door fully and takes a tentative step forward.
What can I do for you? Are you a singer? An actor? Or a lute player?
The name is Rodario Fairmaid, gifted showman, mime, and dramatist. At your service.
Rodario elegantly pulls the hat from his head and bows before her.
What wonderful hibiscus bushes you have. What wonderful rose bushes.
Your wonderful rose bushes really...
I have no idea what the others are.
You have exquisite taste.
The woman's greenish blue eyes flash with anger. It immediately becomes clear to Rodario that he has made a mistake. It's about details, damn it. It's all about the...
Wait, did they say something about it?
Hydrangeas.
The woman turns around and heads inside the house.
What? Greenish blue was it?
I will never...
It was greenish blue. That. So they must have said it, but I
As long as I live.
didn't know.
Smile follows, then a glance from those eyes, which are indeed a greenish blue.
It would seem to me you have a skilled tongue and a love of details.
Anyone who does not notice your beauty must be walking through life with eyes closed. In terms of my tongue...
Oh, Mr. Rodario. How about a private presentation of your skills?
Rodario lays an experienced hand around the woman's waist and disappears into the house with her.
At your service, my dear.
And then he will steal all
Rodario comes out
the
with
gold and the
a
bell.
broad grin on his face and the bell in a bag.
The bell, as ordered. Apart from the esteemed Namora, no woman has ever resisted my sweet words. Not to mention my hands when...
You feel
When?
your face turning red as you imagine what Rodario has just done.
So now we just need the ox, right? To make it, you're supposed to put an ox skull. Ring a bell. Okay, the herbs I have, but I don't have the ox skull. So... Wait, don't I have the ox skull? Yeah, the herbs, the bell, but I can't remember where the... Oh, maybe over here. What is this anyway? Thieves' Hideout. Maybe. I don't know. I think we just need to take this part, but let's go to the Thieves' Hideout. Who knows?
Make out a cave
Like and subscribe for more.